Welcome back to Vanguard Motor Sales. I'm Greg, and this is one amazing 1969 Camaro. This baby's got a 540 cubic inch Chevy Pro block under the hood, baby. She is sweet. 10-to-1 compression, hooked up to a turbo 400. It is an amazing ride, guys. Take a look at the front end of this car. She is a beauty. That chrome's looking slick, the grille. Look at the body lines on this baby. I mean, nearly perfect. That hood's fitting beautifully. Look at that cowl hood. Man, does it look tough. Look at the body lines on that front door. Man, that looks good. Look at the rear body line right there. Absolutely beautiful. And that skinny front tire, that's a custom wheel. And of course, we got a fatty on the back. And oh yeah, got to screw that tire down. That's how much horsepower this baby's got. We got a roll bar in here, and they bent that bar down so it's easier for us big guys to get in and out of here. We've got great looking carpeting in there, custom shifter, great looking dash. Now they've left this thing basically stock inside, which looks just awesome. The headliner's looking good, and look at that. Even the dome light's working in this beautiful car. She is absolutely gorgeous. It does have a 4-point harness in it, so you can tie yourself in there. We got gauges underneath the dash. We've got the speedo works in this baby too. We've got a GPS speedo hooked up in it, the tack. Now we got a button right under the dash here that pops open the trunk, because in the trunk keyhole, we've got the battery shut off. The battery's mounted inside the trunk here. We've got that big old fuel pump in the trunk there. It's feeding that big carburetor sitting on top of that 540 cubic inch Chevy motor that's making all that horsepower. You can see the fit and finish on everything is absolutely beautiful. Look down the side of it. Gorgeous. Straight as an arrow. Fit and finish on that passenger door looks just like the fit and finish on the driver's door. Now at Vanguard Motor Sales, we don't do any consignment whatsoever. So that means we own this beautiful piece of machinery, and you can bet we checked it out before we bought it. This baby's painted orange on the bottom side too, so it was on a rotisserie and completely restored. Now we're buying about 40 new cars every month, so we've always got new inventory coming in. So watch Facebook, check us out on Instagram, make sure you check the website often, because we've always got new inventory going on the website. Now Tom answers his phone 7 days a week and practically 24 hours a day, so feel free to call him anytime. He can answer any question you may have about this ride. Now I've been in the business for about 35 years, and I'm using that experience every day to help you pick out your dream car. Let's take a 69 for a ride. All right, it's got a manual valve body in it. So you get to shift it. It's an automatic. You just put it in the gear you want it. So real easy. The shifter works just as easy as can be. Like downshift it into second, just that easy. Upshift it back into third, just that easy. Drives like a dream. I mean, just an amazing vehicle. Love the cowl hood. Now the humming sound you hear is that big old fuel pump feeding that big old horse up front. And I tell you what, this is one big horse, guys. This thing is making a whole bunch of horsepower. Just an amazing vehicle. Listen to it. Just an amazing build on this car. She's running great, driving great, feeling great. You know what? This thing's drawn all kinds of attention. Been at the shop for about a week. Everybody that comes in our shop walks straight to this car. I tell you what, this is a showstopper. It is an amazing vehicle. As you can see down here on the dash, the speedo is working. We've got the tach here. The speedo's over here being driven by a GPS speedo. We got our gauges here, everything you need. Now, we can ship this car anywhere in the world. You just give us a call at 248-974-9513. Tom answers his phone 7 days a week and practically 24 hours a day. So you call him anytime and we can ship it anywhere. If you need help with financing, no problem whatsoever. We can help out with that too. I just love listening to this baby. Just sounds amazing. Now we're about to do something nobody else in the industry do. We're gonna put it up on the lift and we're gonna show you just how nice the bottom side of this car is. We do that on every car at Vanguard. Coming up on our shop now, we're at 15100 Keel Street in Plymouth, Michigan. So stick with us. We're gonna get it up in the air for you right now. Hold on. We're gonna hit it just a little bit for you. All right, we're underneath this 69 Camaro now, and you can see it is beautiful under here. We got a brand new tank here. Now, we got a 12-bolt rear end, and it's got this cast aluminum cover here. Now, this bolts actually go to the caps on the center section, gives it extra strength. Now, it's a posi unit, and it's got a 390 gear in there. Beautiful setup here. The fuel pump is in the trunk, and you can see the feed comes off the tank here. Great looking setup there also. The battery's mounted in the trunk, and all the wires are P-clipped here. Looking good, or I should say cable. That's not a wire. That thing's too big to be a wire. We got Caltrax here, keeping the traction down to the ground, and these Mickey Thompsons are what's putting it to the ground. We do have disc brakes out back here. Shocks look like they're fairly new. Now there's been floorboard work done on the car. We got left side, right side here. They've sealed them all up and they've been welded in, looking sweet. The exhaust here looks great. They've run it straight back into these Flowmasters, dumped them out in front of the axle. Looking good. We got a drive shaft loop here. Looks like a brand new drive shaft here. Got the label on it right there. Turbo 400 trans here, guys. We got 3600 stall in here on the torque converter is what the previous owner tells us. The frame's been all painted up, looking good. We do have frame ties going front to back. Great looking headers, baby. Look at these things all tucked up in here. Looks like a bundle of snakes here. We got great looking brakes up front also. These are disc up front also. Everything's looking sweet here. Looks like new shocks up here also. All the bushing, steering gear, everything looking good. Trans cooler and set up here in front of the radiator, aluminum radiator, core support looking good. All the paint work on the front valance right down to the bottom edge looking sweet. Front frame horns straight as an arrow. Looks like brand new bolts and bushings here on the core support. And look at the wheels. Man, the paint job on those wheels looks just as good as the paint job on the hood. The nut covers, man, shine on them looks brand new. You see the paint work right down to the bottom edge of that fender. I always try to get a finger up in there, feel around, make sure there's no patchwork there. Everything's looking sweet. We got good looking pinch weld here. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Now it's got a brand new brake line running front to back. You can see that frame tie running front to back. Beautiful work there also. Of course, we got sticky Mickeys putting the horsepower to the ground. And you can see they've got these babies drilled in also because you don't want them babies slipping because there is a bunch of horsepower up front. We're going to take a look at that here in a minute. Look at those wheel wells, all cleaned up, painted up, looking good. Also, look back here. They took the paintwork right down to the bottom edge and it's looking beautiful, guys. Well, we're gonna lower it down and take a look at that 540 cubic inch motor up front. All right, under the hood here, we got a 540 stroker, guys. It's got AFR heads, Jessel set up on the rockers. It's got a Dart intake on it. It's got a big 950 Holley 4-barrel sitting on top. MSD's what's making the fire. It's got lemon headers on it. Man, it's got aluminum radiator. It's got a great looking fan setup on it here. It's an electric fan. We got aluminum water pump there. Looks like a brand new alternator. And look at the size of that fuel line feeding that carburetor, baby. And that is a fuel regulator, guys. We do have manual brakes on the car, and it is manual steering. It is set up to go fast. Previous owner tells us he's been 1060 in the quarter. Now, the does look like the heater core is in there, and it is not hooked up at this time. Of course, you don't need no heater core in a car this fast. You can outrun the cold in this baby. You can see the inner wheel houses are nicely painted. The firewall's nicely painted. The bottom side of the hood's nicely painted. This car's amazing, guys. This thing is fast as lightning, looks beautiful. I love the color, love the motor, love the interior. I mean, what's not to like on this car, guys? Give us a call, 248-974-9513, and let Vanguard Motor Sales park this dream in your driveway.